today's conversation on Nkani with Nkashiyandi, I will be joined by a multi-talented entrepreneur, former singer, and law graduate turned into business leader. From the stage to the boardroom, Zion's journey is a testament to her passion for excellence and dedication to sustainable business practices. Tune in as we dive into her inspiring story, exploring how she's built a high-performing team and delivered results-driven solutions. Discover how her background in law informs her approach to business and learn more exciting pursuits, including her MBA. Get ready to be motivated by Zion's entrepreneurial spirit and insights on leadership strategy and innovation. Thank you for having me, Zion. I love your spa. It looks so beautiful.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy that you love it. I love it too, surprisingly.
I would like to think that you love it, actually. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. Love the location. It's very central. I think very convenient for all of us, at least.
Yeah.
Let's get right into it. So
Absolutely.
tell me in 3 words, what describes Zion?
I'd say resilient, visionary, and grounded.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like the grounded.
The
Is
grounded,
that
yeah.
one of the reasons why you decided to become an entrepreneur?
Not necessarily. I decided to become an entrepreneur for different reasons.
Okay.
But yeah, I like to think of myself as a very grounded person.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not easily, moved around,
Okay.
back and forth.
Right. And what would you say is the main reason that you started this business in particular?
I was looking for freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was looking for freedom. I was looking for an opportunity to be more impactful. I saw a gap, in the wellness space. At the time I was starting Zion Spa. And I just wanted to fill up that gap and, bring wellness closer to people. Because so many people are not very aware of what it means to be well. When people think wellness, they think, is my body in good shape? Am I eating healthy? Am I taking my medicine? Yeah, but wellness has a lot going on. There's the mental wellness, there's the physical wellness, there's wellness for your soul.
Right.
And so when I was thinking about starting a spa, because initially, if you do remember, I was a makeup artist.
Right.
Yeah, I started with makeup, then we incorporated nails and hair, and then I was like, okay, let us start something else. Let's incorporate more services, and that's how Zion Spa was born, because we wanted people to see that there's a relationship between your productivity, your mental well-being, and your physical well-being.
Right.
So if your body is in good shape, you've had your beautiful massage, because some of the benefits of a massage, eh? It helps you sleep better at night.
Right. I would like to think so.
It actually does. It reduces anxiety.
Okay.
It reduces your stress. It helps with blood flow and blood circulation. It also reduces muscle tension. So when you think about all the benefits that come with getting a full body massage, a full body scrub, okuchina, all of those things, you will find that you are in the right spirit. You're rejuvenated, you feel whole, and overall your productivity as a person skyrockets.
So that basically would be the reason why you said you needed that freedom.
Yeah, I wanted the freedom to do what I love,
right,
and also to earn money on my terms.
I like the earning money on your own terms. Yeah. Getting into the whole situation of freedom and where you were before, how did you experience the corporate world, and do you prefer it to entrepreneurship, and what skills did you find most valuable?
Did I prefer the corporate world to being an entrepreneur? There's certain things I miss about the corporate world.
Okay.
I miss the opportunity to mingle with other
people, different people.
I missed the whole open plan office arrangement.
Right.
I missed learning directly from my boss.
Right.
I miss the ability to spend my medical aid card I mean, to spend the money on my credit card.
Especially here in Zambia. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Yes.
I miss the health insurance. I miss all of those things. You know, right now I pay with my own money. So if I'm going to the hospital, I'm swiping. You know, I'm using cash.
Different.
I miss that part.
Right,
Yeah, I do
right.
miss that part. Although I'm looking into getting my personal health insurance.
Okay.
Yeah, that's something I'm
You're
actually in
working
the
on.
process of getting that done. But that's something that I miss. Yeah, I miss learning from, fellow colleagues.
Right.
Here, the team has to learn from me, even though
Right.
I also get opportunities to learn from them.
Yes.
So do I prefer that to this? I would say I prefer this because I've been here for a long time.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And when we talk of the transition from the corporate world into being an entrepreneur, what are some of the challenges that you have been facing?
Before I get to the challenges, there was a part where you asked what are some of the things I learned. I think I learned structure.
Right.
I learned professionalism.
Right.
And I learned the value of teamwork.
Right.
I learned that for a business or an organization to thrive, there must be a proper structure. There must be a way that you do things. You know, you're not waking up and doing stuff the way you want to.
Absolutely.
Just because it's your business. And also, I learned to uphold professionalism because, because when you're exposed to the corporate spaces, you get opportunities to be in rooms where there's etiquette, there's a way that things are done, there are rules, there are regulations, there's disciplinary code. So it teaches you to be in line, teaches you to be ethical.
Right.
So, yeah, I would say I picked up professionalism and I think teamwork, and also just learning to be a good leader. I learned to value the input of each and every player. You know, when you see the girls here, each and every one of them has their own strengths. So you get to appreciate what each one brings to the table.
Strengths. Right, right.
So I learned about that. And now coming to your question.
The other one, which was the challenges when you're transitioning from corporate into the entrepreneurial world.
For starters, I would say there was a part of me that wasn't sure if I was doing the right thing. I would say I was a bit afraid. I was afraid to fail. Yeah, one of the I was definitely feeling like I was afraid to fail because I really I'm a pusher. Hey, when I say I'm resilient, I'm grounded, I'm visionary. It is something that I really am. I'm a pusher. And I have a perfectionist mindset. Yeah. So when I want to do something, I want it to be perfect. And sometimes it tends to be a weakness because it will delay you from starting something because you just want it to be the way you have envisioned it in your mind. And so some of the challenges I had were trying so hard to be perfect, the way I pictured it in my head. But then my mentor helped me in that space. Okay. He told me the best way to begin is to begin.
Right.
Yeah.
I think you actually, funny that you said that because you mentioned it to me too earlier on during our conversation.
Exactly.
So I get it. And I think something a lot of entrepreneurs face similarly is the risk. What risk am I taking? Is this going to be something worth my while?
Exactly.
But is it going to work? I think that runs through every entrepreneur and business person's mind. Like, I'm about to leave my job, this guaranteed money that's paying this much every month to do something that's not a guarantee. I mean, I think the fear is more so based on something that you're embarking on something you've never experienced.
Yeah.
So this is something new to you, and it's understandable for each entrepreneur to experience is this something that is going to work?
I mean, it's about taking risks. The greater the risk, the greater the return.
Very true. Yeah. So speaking of still on challenges, Zambia has faced one of the most battling challenges ever. And I think every business person and every entrepreneur can relate to the fact that the power situation has been really daunting, for lack of a better term, than anything in business. And in regards to the load shedding, what has Zionite experienced challenging and like what steps have you taken in these challenges to make sure that you're still up and running and not running bankrupt?
Oh, wow. I mean, first, the load shedding has been a problem. At some point it was COVID and now load shedding. And for the longest time, I feel like it's been a matter of, we have challenges, we have power situations, but then what do we do? Do we stay here and cry? Do we stay here and complain? Do we stay here and do something about it?
Yes.
So one of the things that we did was to obviously get backup power sources. We've got an alternative power source, which is also expensive.
Of course.
Yes, which is also expensive. And in turn, we've had to hike our prices a little bit, just to mitigate that. And some people will complain, but then there's those others that understand that we are living in unprecedented times.
Of course.
And, when a situation happens, we bring a solution, and the goal here is to keep running and not to relent. So we have found alternative sources, but my biggest concern is for those businesses that actually cannot afford to get an alternative power source. Because if you do not have backup power and you're a small business, you're a startup, there isn't employment, and then everybody's talking about being innovative and how you must not wait for the government to provide a job for you. What do you do? I feel for them. My heart goes out to those people. I really do. Oh my God. Because it was so hard for us as well. Because we thought, load shedding is going to be here, but it's not here to stay. But then we noticed it became consistent, and then it was going for long hours, and the hours kept increasing. So we're thinking, okay, these hours are increasing, and then we're not making money in these areas. So what happens? At some point, our income actually became affected greatly, until, we had to close our eyes and, just step, and get that alternative backup source. So that is what we've done, but we can only hope for the best, because even maintaining it is costly.
I can only imagine. And you spoke of smaller businesses, and to me, that's always been my biggest concern. What is a smaller business doing with the current power situation? How are they even surviving? I mean, you yourself mentioned that you literally had to close your eyes and think, I'm getting money out of my savings, or wherever it is that you had to source the money to get the backup power. And I understand, because Zambia is not exactly the most affordable place to live at the moment, because the economy is not so great. So I can understand that your challenges with the power situation were not so friendly. So kudos to you for still facing such a challenging situation. I mean, still challenging. We still have power situations, power outages, and all of that. But you're still here. Still on challenges, you did mention COVID, and just like everybody else around the world, COVID was something that none of us had expected to see coming. Like, nobody saw this coming. It just came like a thief in the night. Like, oh, Jesus is coming. Oh, what's going on here? What were some of the things that you had to adjust, and seeing that it came unexpectedly, what did you do during that period to sustain the business?
I'll tell you one thing. For so many people, COVID was a curse. And then for others, it was a blessing in disguise. I mean, who knew that hand sanitizer will become
a norm?
Exactly. It became one of the most used things that would purchase. Gloves, masks. We didn't even know we needed masks until those things came about. So until COVID came about, So one of the things I decided to do during COVID, I took advantage of the situation.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
If anything, Zion Spa actually started from there.
Oh,
yeah. Zion Spa started. Yeah, it's my COVID baby.
Oh, nice. It just gets interesting.
It's my COVID baby, because initially what I did, in as much as I was in formal employment, I was doing school at the time. I felt a little, swamped to what I was doing. Over the weekend, do makeup, as a side hustle.
Yes.
So I'm working for this telecommunications company, and then I'm doing law school. I'm going to class every evening, and then on weekends, I'm out there, doing people's makeup. And I was also singing. If you remember, at some
Yes,
point, I
yes,
used to sing.
yes.
And I was also singing. So I felt a bit overwhelmed, but because I was doing everything I loved at the time, it didn't really feel like it was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But then COVID happened. And COVID happened 2 years after I left formal employment.
Mm-hmm.
And I was, busy with my makeup business because I left formal employment to just get into my makeup and also be a full-time student.
Right.
I was a full-time law student, and then over the weekend I'll be there doing makeup. So I'd earn most of my income from there. And then we introduced, small other services like nails and hairstyling, employed 2 people, they were helping out. And then, we were excited about it. But then when COVID happened, the girls had to go.
Yeah.
The world was closed.
Mm.
And then I remained by myself. And then it was in that alone time that I said to myself, if nobody is doing makeup because they're not going anywhere, what service do they need even when they are not going anywhere?
Right.
And that
you were basically looking for the solution in the challenge.
Exactly. Like, let's diversify. Let's add something else. Because if you're going to sit and say, okay, let us wait for COVID to be over, and then the world should be open and we can beat people's faces and they look amazing and step out. It looked like there's no light at the end of this tunnel because we didn't even know when it's coming to an end. Every day on the news, we're looking at how many deaths,
how many people were going to the hospitals.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was during that season that the opportunity to start something else came up. So I thought about services that people needed, even though they're not stepping out. For example, I love my nails to look amazing
all the time, and they look amazing, by the way.
Thank you. I love, like, I'm a girly girl.
Of course.
So I want my nails to look amazing. I want my lashes to look amazing. I want my skin to
look amazing.
I mean, do you see my skin?
Of course, we do see that. We see it full view, or rather, I at least see it full view.
So I wanted all of that to look amazing, and I thought if I feel this great about myself, even when I'm not stepping out, I'm sure there's somebody out there who values to have, a full body massage. Maybe they want to get a pedicure. The feet are cracked. It's cold. You want to look great and feel great even if you're not stepping out. Yes. And that's how we introduced those services. And that's how Zion Natasha was born. So I would say it helped me think outside the box.
I love that for you because I think a lot of businesses, to come and think about it, came out of COVID. So in as much as it was a challenging time, it was also a time for people to think outside the box.
Absolutely.
Because I think a lot of people do not think outside the box much, but now,
when everything is okay, what I realized is there's a book I'm reading right now. It's called Good to Great.
Okay.
Yeah. It talks about how there are so many good companies, but there are very few great companies.
Okay.
It's like there's so many good individuals, and then there's a few great ones. So I feel like challenges help us step out of the good and become great, because now we're looking at, if we're good, all of us are good and we're in the same spot. All of us are fighting for the same piece of cake. But then when we want to step out and get into the great space, we must do some uncomfortable things. We must undergo some uncomfortable situations. We must overcome certain uncomfortable things. And after that discomfort, you come out refined. That's why they say, is it gold?
Diamonds.
Exactly. They have
come
to
out,
hit it first for you to see how precious this stone is.
Right.
Without it being heated, you will never see the beauty in the rock.
I actually never thought about thinking outside the box just the way you explained it. Like, really and truly, when we're too comfortable, which is why we shouldn't be comfortable. When you're too comfortable, you don't really think, what else can I do beyond this? What can I do to make this better? What can I do to diversify or do anything different? And since you're in the business of wellness, how do you prioritize self-care and manage the stress as a business owner, especially during challenging times?
I'll tell you what, like I said earlier, I'm a girly's girl. I'm a girly girl. Okay. I love to be calm. I love to be in touch with every part of myself. I love to practice holistic wellness.
Okay.
And because of that, one of the things that I value the most is physical fitness.
Okay.
I go to the gym every day, Monday to Thursday. I skip Fridays and I
Really?
skip Saturday. So I have 2 resting days. That's Thursday and Friday and Sunday.
Okay.
Those are my rest days.
Okay.
But I go to the gym 5 days a week.
And how much time do you spend in the gym?
2 hours.
I should take a note out of your little notepad.
Yeah, I do 19 to 21.
What?
7 to 9 p.m. every day. Yes.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
You make me feel like I need to be in the gym like yesterday.
But I'll tell you what, it's like my happy place.
Really?
I love working out. I love how my body feels. It feels lighter. I feel energetic. I feel flexible. I sleep better. I walk better. Everything about me feels, rejuvenated. Yeah, and physical fitness has it has a lot to do with your entire life. It's all rounded. Everybody thinks, oh, we're just jumping about, we're just hitting the treadmill, we're lifting weights, but then it does something to your mind as well. It helps you become a little more disciplined, because I know in the beginning, this is my first rodeo, by the way. The first time I decided I wanted to be a gym girl was in 2020. I stopped after a month. I fell off the treadmill, injured myself, and I never went back. I decided to pay, and I never showed up. I paid again, and I never showed up. And then last year, I said, okay, I'm going to pay, and I'm going to show up. And I just told myself every day, I will show up. Even if it hurts, I will show up. And I've been consistent. It's been a year and 3 months now. I lost 7 kilos.
Wow! Oh my goodness!
I lost 7 kilos. I remember the first time, the first month, I couldn't even carry a 6 kg dumbbell. Today, I can carry a 35 kg dumbbell.
Oh no, honey! I'm definitely at 4 kgs or at 2 kgs or something because
my leg press, my highest so far has been 150 kg, and each time I hit a new milestone with my weight, I get so excited. So
I can imagine.
I know my face is lighting.
Yes, it is. It's a little light bulb.
I know, that's how much I love it. It keeps me sane, amidst all the challenges that we may be going through, that I may go through. But when I hit the gym, it's me and the weights against the world.
I love that for you. And I did see, it must have been a post on one of the social media platforms anyways, where someone mentioned that the gym actually has a lot of mental health advantages, and I can see that through the way you I love the gym. It's encouraging me now to go to the gym, but that's a story for another day.
Apart from that, I get massages. I'm privileged to be.
Everyone should be as privileged as you.
I get massages as often as possible. So I go to the gym. I get massages. I read books, and I love podcasts. I listen. So my routine is like this. Every morning, I have a podcast I listen to.
Interesting.
Yeah, it helps me, just focus on my day, keep myself positive. So I listen to a positive podcast every morning. And I'll be more specific. I listen to Joe Austin.
Oh, nice! I think he's very motivating. Besides the fact that it's very spiritual and it's very, Christian based, I feel like beyond all of that, it's a lot of motivation that he gives.
It's very motivating. It speaks to my spirit. It speaks to my soul. It speaks to my entirety, my whole being. So I've tried my best to just cater to both sides.
Right.
Physical side, which is the gym, but it also gets to my mental health,
I like that.
Yeah. And then my spiritual side, and just some uplifting messages every morning. So I'll listen to Joe Austin, I listen to Vosi, I listen to the Jim Roth.
Okay.
And he's late, but his podcasts are still running.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. So he talks a lot about personal finance, and I love everything. Personal finance and building wealth. So
I think we have dwelled so much in the challenges with the past 2 questions. Let's dive into more positive, seeing we're on the positive side of it. Let's dive into something more positive. And basically, I just want to understand, like, what have been some of the most significant milestones you have achieved as a business owner?
Significant milestones. Wow. I think moving from home.
Home as in parents' home?
No.
Okay.
Because when I started my business, I think that when I started my business, I was operating from home.
Okay.
Yeah. So I worked from home for quite a bit. And then after I lost my mentor, that was like a year ago, 2 years now actually, I started thinking about, direction. Many times I made decisions, we had conversations, we talked about it. Did you know my mentor?
Yes, he was actually my maths teacher.
Oh, at Rotspa.
Yes.
So I thought about what ways can I improve the business, and I didn't even have anybody to talk to. I sat and I started thinking, what would my mentor say? But then I didn't have responses to that, and because he's not here, obviously, So I sat, I had a conversation with his best friend, Dr. Rosia Siatwambo.
Okay.
We had conversations. I had conversations with Steady Divine.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they were very close.
Oh.
Yeah. So my aim in that moment was to have a feel of him in other people.
Right.
I was looking for him in his friends. So I felt like if I have conversations with people who are close to him, maybe I might get his perspective on the decisions I'm trying to make with the business. And I was asked, well, what do you think?
Oh, wow.
I remember sitting and thinking, and then I was told, you know what, Zion, it's actually, growth is good. Growth is good. Whether it's Felix talking to you, whether I'm the one speaking to you, or anybody else, growth is good. I think in that moment, what I was really looking for was, I would say validation. Like, I knew we needed to move. It's time. I was just not sure if we move from our comfort zone, are we going to make it? The thing I spoke about earlier, good to great.
Yes.
And I was so afraid. What if we fail? Okay, if we fail, we go back home.
Right. And start all over again.
And I remember having conversations with them, and I was told he definitely would have wanted you to succeed. He definitely would have wanted you to grow. And obviously, you are a go-getter. I think your conversation with me is, you're looking for validation. You're looking for somebody to tell you, do it.
Right.
Even when you know that you can.
Right.
So just go ahead and do it.
Right.
And finally, we moved.
Awesome.
And it wasn't a small jump. It was a huge jump.
Really?
And when I say a huge jump, I'm talking about you're coming from a place where you're paying for one space.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden now you're paying for two. And then it's not little money.
It's quite a lot.
You're talking about 2 figures, okay? And then, okay. How am I going to do this? So yeah, I was afraid, but I'm so glad that we did it. And I just wish we did it sooner. Sometimes when you're so afraid and then you finally did, what was I afraid of?
Right.
We should have done this
much earlier.
Yeah, so I'd say that has been a significant milestone because for me, there's little things that I can, talk about, but there's so many because I have an attitude of gratitude for everything that we accomplish every time. It may be so insignificant to somebody watching out there, but then when I see where we're coming from and I'm like, okay, we took this leap and then we jumped another rope and then we jumped another, it makes me feel like, okay, we are making progress, we have grown, but ultimately I'd say the ability to move from my comfort zone to getting an independent venue and just starting from scratch and trying to build it up from there. For me, I'd say that has been our biggest milestone.
Well done.
Thank you.
And what lessons have you learned along the way, and how have they shaped your approach to entrepreneurship?
Consistency. Consistency. I would say that has been my biggest lesson because I can trace me doing makeup all the way back to 2015, maybe even earlier, because I started doing makeup on myself. I enjoy the idea of looking amazing. I
mean, as a girly girl, we expect nothing less.
I was my mother's first female child. So everything she did on her face,
you would want to try it out.
She did it on me.
Oh.
Yes. Whenever she put powder on herself, she put powder on me too. She'd create a beauty spot. She'd put lipstick on my cheeks. So I'd make it like
and those thin eyebrows.
Oh no, my mom never did that. I said, oh my God. She never. Oh. I look at her photos today and I'm like, girl, you was in the season.
Yes.
You knew what you were doing.
She knew where she was going. She was headed somewhere. She was headed somewhere.
She passed on when I was 12. But I learned some invaluable lessons from her. I would say that the idea of wanting me to look so pretty all the time, trying to put powder on me, making me look like her. Sometimes, she'd give me her wig to wear. And I'm a kid.
Yeah.
Like, I'd wear her wig and she wouldn't mind. So for her, I was, like that mini doll. Yes. I was her mini me.
Yes. And
for her, she just felt like, okay, we're playing dress up.
Yes.
But what that did to me is it gave me the idea that I must consistently look amazing. And because of that, I would be with my workmates or my churchmates at a youth camp, and I'd ask questions like, can I fix your hair? Is it okay if I put powder on your face? Because I feel like maybe you're looking oily. And I'm like,
you're always trying to correct something.
Always trying to fix something. Like, I just wanted to see you look the best all the time. So in that process, one time I did makeup on one of my colleagues at the office. That was 2015. Okay. She looked so good. And she told me I look amazing. She gave me a 20 kwacha and she says, get yourself airtime. Then I was like, wait a minute.
Should I be making people pay for this?
Oh, I can actually get paid for this. And that's how me becoming a makeup artist started. Because previously, I did it for fun. I did on, my friends, Mukuka, Tuambo, all of them in the office. I get to work early just so you could do my eyebrows. Because
those bathrooms must have suffered.
Yes. I'd get to work so early just so I do my makeup. And then by the time I'm coming out of my bathroom, oh my God.
You would be a doll.
Yes, a whole doll. Drop dead gorgeous. And then most of the ladies be like, can you do my makeup too? Can you do my eyebrows too? And then I noticed, wait a minute, I can actually get paid for this.
Right.
So now every time I did something on somebody, I'd ask them, can I take a picture? And then I'll post it. And then before I knew it, people started calling. I'm having a wedding, can you do my makeup? I'm having this event, can you do it? It's my birthday. How much? And give them a quote. I'm like, okay. And that's how the side hustle began. Side hustle became the main hustle. Imagine I graduated, got my degree, never worked for nobody.
And that's like, I feel like that's another conversation I need to have entirely with every business owner. Like, people go and they get degrees and masters, and I know you're this way. And then, what are you going to do with that? What are you going to do with that paper?
I'm also going to get a doctorate, by the way.
Oh my goodness, we should be worried about all these.
So that I should tell my kids.
This school must be like an addictive thing for you. It must be like it must be like a drug for you.
I love it. I love learning. I love reading books. I enjoy the whole idea of gaining new knowledge. I'm a firm believer that for you to get to a certain place in life, you must continue to learn.
Yes.
There's no way you will surpass your current level in life with the knowledge you have or the knowledge from yesterday.
Absolutely.
If you want to get anywhere different, you need to acquire new knowledge for that place that you want to get to. Oh
I agree.
Now I'm getting into serious.
No, you should. I love that. And one thing that I feel convicted by what you just said is the consistency part.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm a creature of habit, but at the same time, I easily just derail from the consistency. So I think my lesson from what you're saying basically is the consistency.
Yeah.
And I think consistency really does breed different sorts of results, sometimes greater than even what you imagine. So that's a leaf that I'm going to take off your book, Consistency. Stephanie, be consistency. I love that for you. So in conclusion, what kind of advice would you be giving a young, aspiring entrepreneur, particularly a woman who is looking to start their own business?
Do a lot of research. I think that's the first thing. I know that we always say the best way to begin is to begin, like just start. I think that really applies on resources. Sometimes we're waiting to have all the resources that we need to be able to start something.
Yes.
And that is why we're going to tell you just start. You don't need to have everything in place. But you must do your research. Research is a must. You want to enter any market, you need to know the market. You want to fight big dogs, you need to know what did the big dogs do. Or not even fight. I mean, it shouldn't be about fighting, right? It should be about collaboration, working together, and yeah. You want to be like anybody that you admire, you need to know what did they do. That's
Get to that point.
Exactly. I cannot overemphasize the importance of a mentor. Some of the things that I've had to do on my own are because I had somebody I was talking to.
Okay.
I didn't just wake up and do what I wanted to do. Even the time I was thinking, oh, let me get into being a makeup artist, let me dive into makeup artistry full time. I asked questions. My mentor may not have been a makeup artist, but he was an entrepreneur and he knew what he was doing. It's very important to ride on the shoulders of giants. Those people that have gone ahead of you, follow them. And when there are people that I mentor personally, and I'll tell you something, I have a very busy life. I don't call them and check up and find out, oh, how's this going? How's what going? They actually call me and they schedule meetings. We sit, we have coffee, we sit, we have lunch, we have core conversations. We talk. Some of the things that I've done that they want to do, we have conversations about it. And I'm so proud to see that most of the people that I have been mentoring or coaching are doing amazing. It makes me happy because I had that opportunity too. And it's easy for me to give it away.
Yes.
So I think that for any young person out there, man, woman, young girl, you want to get somewhere in life, do your research, have a mentor. It's very important. And most importantly, when you find that thing that you want to do it so passionately, stop thinking about the money first. I never started Zion Natasha because I wanted to make money.
Yes.
If you remember, what I was telling you was I was so passionate about looking amazing and I wanted other people around me to look amazing. Me even making money it was just like a light bulb moment. Like, wait a minute, I can. And then I picked it up from there. So I'm not saying you must not think about money at all. When you're extremely passionate about something, it will definitely pay you back. But then also there's a thin line between passion and surviving. Okay?
That.
I would love to delve into that.
Please.
I saw something. I saw a video online where this guy asked, how do I strike a balance between what I'm passionate about and me being able to make money with something else? And then the response was, did you have breakfast today? And this guy said, yes, I did.
I think I've seen that video. Isn't that a pussy video?
Exactly. Did you have breakfast? And I said, yes, I had rice.
Yes.
And then he said, did you eat passion breakfast? Okay. So it's one of the reasons I stopped singing, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're not singing anymore?
No, I don't sing anymore.
So that is a passion that you had to fulfill.
Music is a passion project. Music is a passion project. Me, being a lawyer by profession, I love the law. I'm definitely going to practice. But right now,
a lot of you are going to be needed soon. But
yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to getting into the legal fraternity, into the corporate world and practicing and wearing those suits and whatever. But then also I realized that I spent some time in the corporate world, at some point before getting into full-time entrepreneurship. And I can tell you this, I've said this to so many people, I'm going to say it again. I made more money wearing a uniform and Crocs at the spa than I did wearing heels and dresses at the office.
Right.
Because when you're an entrepreneur, you determine how much money you make based on your output. When you have a job, the employer decides how much they pay you based on what they think your skills are worth.
Correct.
So I wanted to make a difference for myself, buy myself freedom and earn money on my terms. That's why I did this. So if you want to become an entrepreneur, first of all, do your research. Study the market. What do you want to do? I'll tell you something else I did before deciding that I wasn't going to work anymore for a while. Because I intend to put the legal knowledge into practice at some point.
Okay.
Yeah, it will be purely for that, not because
Okay.
I'm trying to work and earn an income. No. Let the paperwork.
Right. I agree. I agree. I agree. 100%.
I earned it. Yes, I earned it. Yeah, I did. One of the things that I did when I was deciding to completely step away from the corporate space was I did a 3 months test. Okay.
Okay.
Let me tell you about it. Month 1, I told myself I will not use any money that I get from my job, my former job.
That is discipline.
And I told myself all the money I will spend this month will be money I will be making from my side hustle as a makeup artist. I can tell you this, Stephanie, for the whole month, I used money that came in through the makeup on the weekend. And all the money I earned from my job, I never used it. Of course, I withdrew my tithe as a Christian. Tithe. Continue. Second month, I did the same thing. I didn't touch my salary. I used my makeup business money. Third month, I did the same thing. When I hit my 3 months target of not using the income from the job, I knew I'd survive.
Right.
And that was when I said, I'm done.
And just on that note, actually, there's a lot of people that I think get into business or want to become an entrepreneur with the assumption that they need to just leave their jobs and just
Oh no, it doesn't
start.
work like that.
And you've basically justified what steps need to be taken in order to start.
I didn't just wake up
and just start this.
I never did that. That's why I say you need to research, and that was part of the research for me. You know, it was something I'm trying to find out, will this work? And I had to take those steps.
But tell me something. What was going to determine it not working?
If I realized I can't support myself.
Okay.
My income must support my house, must support my feeding, must support my utility bills, must support my fuel for my car. I should be able to do all the basic things I need to do for survival. Okay. I remember I was able to pay my rent.
Oh.
Yes. I was able to pay my rent. For 3 months, I paid my rent off the makeup money.
Wow.
I was able to pay my rent.
You were booked and busy.
When skill, again, skill. When you focus on something and you're passionate about it and become so good about it, people will want your services.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So people loved, and you know one thing about me, when I'm working on you, if I'm gonna do your makeup, I don't want you to look different.
You want someone to look as authentic as they look
as possible. Yes. You know, people want to embalm people in the name of makeup.
I think the men will be happy to hear that that there's somebody who will make your wives and your girlfriends look like just an upgraded version of them.
Yeah, like you just need to look amazing. You need to look clean. Like that's the whole point of wearing makeup. So most of the times, even when I get people who want to get their makeup done from Zion Spa, there are people who actually want to look like themselves. I
think that would be me too.
Yeah.
I don't think I like to look completely different. Like,
different.
oh, is that you? Like, someone needs to be able to acknowledge that that's you in the photo.
I had a conversation with a makeup friend. Well, she's not a friend. She's a client. But then sometimes, you know.
Your clients do, literally, your clients do become your friends.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Like, we're really, really bonded. And she was telling me it was her birthday. Okay. She was telling me, oh, I love my makeup subtle, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you know what? That's exactly what I love. I enjoy working on people that love to look very subtle. Because it has a lot, like, I have my makeup done right now. But I don't think
you don't look like a different person.
Absolutely not. If I take it off, you will not run away.
No.
But that's also because I have spent so much time investing in having a very good skin, you know, no pimples, no black spots, which is something I'm very passionate about as well, skin. Yeah, so I was talking about how it is very important that you're able to do something you love, and that also your personality as a business is reflected. I mean, your personality as a person is also reflected in your business. I can tell you that if you are a complacent person, it will reflect in your business. If you are an upbeat, a very hyper person, it will reflect in your business. And also, when it comes to creatives, a creative, the way they feel about themselves will often reflect in their work. I've noticed, you see, the conversation I was having with the client I just talked about, she's a baker.
Yes.
And she said something about, okay, I love to bake cakes, but my cakes are usually not very complicated. There's a Batman here, there's a princess there, glitter here, and it's 3 tiers and whatnot. She said, I love my cakes clean and very, very clean and pretty.
Like she likes a clean look.
Exactly. And I said, that's exactly what I like when I'm doing somebody's makeup. And then I told her, I said, the character of the business owner is reflected even in their art.
That is so true.
When
I think about it now, I'm just like, yeah, I like bright colors.
You like it, right? Yeah, and you will notice that even when you're doing something, you're doing your work, your personality is often channeled in your art.
Right.
So am I a very calm person? I'm not exactly calm. I think I have my days. I'm not an extrovert for sure. So because I'm an introvert, I know people often argue when I tell them I'm an introvert. You are an introvert.
I could actually see that.
You can?
I could actually see that.
Thank you.
And to be fair, I feel like a lot of introverts have a little bit of an extrovert in them, but you just have to get it out of them. Yeah. So I don't agree with the word introvert per se, because I don't think anybody just likes to be alone all the time.
Yeah.
I think everybody has good moments.
Absolutely.
So, and I say this because, funny enough, I've got a lot of introverted friends. So I'm the upbeat girl, and then I have these very subtle human beings. And there's always, I can always see someone always looking at it like, this combination looks very unusual, but okay. But what I've always seen in these people is that there's something that they feed off from me, like the energy, like they get that from me, and it gives that little hint of an extrovert, but at the same time they like the calmness and calm spaces and just a calm life and all of that. So I say introvert is almost non-existent. I beg to differ that word should even exist.
I love my company. I have dogs,
That doesn't make you an introvert, though.
I love my company. I enjoy spending time, outside the noise. Yeah, I love that. Between a night out and a night at home.
You would rather. I think that's our main difference between what people call an introvert and an extrovert is that an introvert would prefer the opposite of what an extrovert would prefer.
I would do my Netflix and my fleece
any day.
That is my go-to. Yeah.
But you see, the older that I've grown,
you've begun to find value in that.
I find value in sitting at home or even just in quiet spaces. Because, by the way, sitting with kids at home is a different story. So sitting at home or in quiet spaces when the kids are not around, I appreciate that calm environment. It helps think about certain things, even though I feel like I don't like to be in calm environments for too long, because then I'm an overthinker. So then it goes a little beyond what we should be thinking about, So I like having people around, because then I feed off people like yourself. I get that calmness and I get to think different, because you're giving me things that I'm not seeing, as far as you're seeing them. So yeah, we're ambiverts. We're all ambiverts. Well, thank you very much for having me. It's been an awesome conversation. I hope to come for a massage soon. I mean, last time when I came here, I got what you say is so true, because even like in what we do, like I came here for my eyelashes and my eyebrows, and I got the longest lashes there was.
Because like when I think Stephanie is bubbly.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, very, very extroverted. Yes. So I mean, I look forward to coming here for my calm and soothing massage and probably foot massage and back rub and all of that. Like I want to be a girly. I'm not really a girly, but I want to be a girly one of these days. But thank you for having me, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. I enjoyed our conversation.